So guys, part 2 of the first season for Marvel Rivals comes out this Friday, and today I got news about the 2 brand new heroes coming out, the brand new map, some buffs and nerfs, and some competitive updates as well, which we're going to be going over. Basically everything you need to know before part 2 launches this Friday. So let's jump into it first off with a breakdown of the 2 brand new heroes, that being the Human Torch and the Thing. So starting off here with some screenshots that I just grabbed from some of the streamers who were able to play it early. First up we have the Human Torch, who comes in at a 3-star difficulty, and his first attack is called Fire Cluster, where he launches forward a cluster of spittable fireballs. From the gameplay, it looks like this projectile works kind of like a shotgun spread pattern, but I have no idea if that's actually how it works because I haven't played with him yet. But for his other abilities, he has Supernova, which is his ultimate, where you explode with cosmic fire to deal damage to enemies within range and enter Supernova state. Whilst in Supernova state, Blazing Blast will transform into Flame Tornado, and Plasma Body can be activated without any cost. Plasma Body's ability allows you to hold left shift to enter a state of accelerated ascent. This is basically kind of like Iron Man's extended speed on his flight, but just a little bit slower, I believe. Then you have Pyro Prison, where when 2 or more flame fields exist, you can connect them to form a fire wall that deals one-off high damage to enemies that pass through the wall, or continuous burning damage if the wall exists in an enclosed area. You then have Flame Meteor, where you can dive towards the ground, dealing damage to enemies and detonating any flame fields hit. And then finally, you have Blazing Blast, where you launch a fireball to deal damage or create a flame field at the targeted area, dealing damage to enemies within. And then for his team-up abilities, he has Omega Fire, where when the Human Torch activates Supernova, Storm can consume an Omega Fire by selecting a Flame Tornado or Omega Hurricane. Likewise, when Storm unleashes Omega Hurricane, the Human Torch can transform it into a Burning Hurricane with Supernova. Any Flame Tornadoes caught in the Burning Hurricane will grow in size and damage. And then both the Human Torch and the Thing gain the same team-up ability that the Invisible Woman and Mr. Fantastic currently have, where Invisible Woman is able to grant all 3 members of the Fantastic Four a shield whenever they have that ability activated. That is a breakdown of the Human Torch, once again brand new duelist character, and I'm very excited to jump in and play with him this Friday. Moving on though, we have Ben Grimm, or The Thing, who is a brand new Vanguard character. He comes at a 1-star difficulty, and his first ability is Rocky Jab, where he's able to rapidly punch forward. Then for his main abilities, he has Clobbering Time, which is his ultimate, where you use immense power to launch all enemies in front of you into the air. Then you have Yancey Street Charge, where continuously charge forward, launching up enemies and leaving behind a zone at the final position that prevents the use of mobility abilities. Then you have Embattled Leap, where you jump forward to an ally and apply damage reduction to both of you. This kind of works similar to Mr. Fantastic's ability, where he launches towards an enemy or an ally to grant them a shield. It is basically the exact same as that. Then you have Stone Haymaker, where you can deliver a devastating heavy blow. This is kind of like his Rocky Jabs, but it's more of a charge up. And then for his passive, he has Unyielding Will, where he's immune to launch up, knockback, and other displacement effects. And then for his team up abilities, he has Cosmic Fastball, where he has the same thing with Hulk and Wolverine, where he's able to pick up Wolverine and throw him. And then he also has Cooperative Comrades, which is the same benefit from Invisible Woman and Mr. Fantastic. So overall, these characters look really, really cool, and I'm very excited to get my hands on and playing with them. But for other changes, let's go on now to talk about the competitive updates coming with part 2 of Season 1. So first things first, all of the competitive rewards like the Invisible Woman skin and the different icons that you can get currently from playing ranked, those will all be rewarded to you upon part 2's release on Friday. But when you go into part 2 and complete 10 competitive games and reach any of the requirements for any of the new rewards, you'll be able to get a brand new Human Torch skin, which I believe is the same as the Blood Shield Invisible Woman skin, but it's just a Human Torch variant of that, and there'll be a whole load of other unique emblems for you to earn if you get to those higher ranks. And alongside that, for other changes, if we go over to the luxury battle pass stuff here, they said that they want people to be able to convert their leftover chrono tokens into units. They specifically say for those who own the luxury battle pass, so I believe that if you don't own the battle pass, you won't be able to convert your chrono tokens into units, but if you do own the luxury battle pass, you'll be able to convert any leftover chrono tokens you have into units. I believe there's a specific ratio for that, but I don't know what that actually is right now. And then finally, for updates, let's go over to the patch notes that we got for this new update and just go over some of the nerfs and buffs that we can see. If you want to read through all these for yourself, I'll have it linked in the description. But first off, for Vanguard, we have Captain America here, be able to shield himself with Living Legend mid-leap, and an increased Vibranium Energy Sword's projectile speed from 60 to 80, and then with ricochets ramping up from 100 to 150, reduce the energy cost of Freedom Charge ultimate ability from 3100 to 2800, and then enhanced Captain America's combat experience by separating Sentinel Strike from melee attacks. Captain America will be able to use melee attacks while his shield is thrown or during the team up ability Charged Aegis state to activate the first 2 hits of Sentinel Strike. Additionally, while airborne, using melee attacks will no longer trigger the Super Soldier Slam ability. Then for Doctor Strange, he's having his base health reduced from 650 to 600. Groot will be able to increase the Thorn Lash Wall placement range from 15 meters to 18. Magneto is getting an increase to his Iron Volley projectile damage from 35 to 40. They're also increasing Metallic Curtain's energy consumption from 50 seconds to 65 and reduce its maximum duration from 2 seconds to 1.5. 4. They're removing the shared cooldown time after the duration of Awakening rune ends, and then for Venom, they are adjusting the knockback effect of Frenzied Arrival from vertical to inward with an inward knockback angle of 75 degrees, and then reduce the energy cost of Feast of the Abyss ultimate ability from 2800 to 2500. Moving on to the duelists now, we have Black Widow, where they're increasing her magazine capability of the Red Room rifle from 8 to 15, and they're enhancing the slow effect of Electroplasma Explosion ultimate ability on enemies from 80 to 55%, and additionally it will apply a 15% vulnerability effect to enemies hit for 4 seconds. Hawkeye, they're increasing his base health from 250 to 275. They're also reducing projectile damage of Blast Arrow from 20 to 15, while the spell field damage will be increased from 25 to 32. They're also reducing the cooldown time for Crescent Slash from 15 seconds to 12, and increase the bow draw speed during the duration of Hunter's Sight ultimate ability and raise damage multiplier from 1.2 to 1.35. Then for Hela, the damage fall-off of a Nightsworn Fawn at 30 meters will now be changed from 70 to 80%, and huge changes here for Iron Fist. They are reducing the damage of Jet Kun Do's first, second, and fifth strike from 32 to 30, while the third and fourth strike will deal 15 damage instead of 16. The final devastating sixth strike has been dialed back from 55 to 50, and the cooldown reduction of Dragon's defense has been extended from 1 second to 1.5. Damage of each hit from Yat Jet Kun Quen I'm saying this completely wrong, I'm very sorry, will take a hit dropping from 19 to 10 flat damage, including during Living Chi. However, each strike from that attack now delivers an extra blow, dealing damage equal to 1.7% of the opponent's maximum HP, including during Living Chi. Then they're increasing the additional maximum health granted by Harmony Recovery from 50 to 150. A new decay mechanism for the extra health has also been introduced. 1 second after the ability ends, the additional health will deplete at a rate at 25 health per second. They're also increasing the maximum bonus health converted from damage blocked during Dragon's defense from 150 to 200, and increasing his base health from 250 to 300. Then for Iron Man, increase Unibeam damage from 120 to 140, and increased Unibeam armor override damage from 180 to 190. For Magic, they're decreasing the damage dealt by Demon's Rage regular state from 80 to 72, and reduced the energy cost of Darkchild ultimate ability from 3700 to 3400. Then for Mr. Fantastic, they're increasing the spell field radius after landing your flexible elongation from 25 meters to 5 meters. Additionally, flexible elongation will now feature a knockback effect, launching enemies outward within the area upon landing. The recharge time for a single use of flexible elongation will be adjusted from 8 seconds to 10. They're also increasing the damage of Brainiac Bounce ultimate ability spell from 50 to 70, and increase the energy cost from 2800 to 3400. Additionally, a new damage mechanism has been introduced, where the spell field damage will begin to decrease starting at 3 meters and will reach a maximum reduction of 50 at 10 meters. Then for Moon Knight, reduce the Hand of Khonshu Talon's falling speed and correct the damage trigger logic for Hand of Khonshu. The previous mechanism that dealt 75 damage when positioned at the center of the spell field has been removed, and increased the damage of each hit from 75 to 150. And for Scarlet Witch, gain an additional 100 bonus health when activating Reality Erasion ultimate ability, and after the ability ends or erupts, this bonus health will decay at a rate of 50 per second. Then for Spider-Man, reduced web cluster energize time from 3 to 2.5 seconds. Star-Lord increased rocket propulsion maximum energy from 1200 to 1800. And Storm, the damage fall-off of Windblade at 30 meters will be changed from 70 to 60%. Reduced Storm's damage increase from Thunder during weather control from 16 to 12. However, the damage increase for all allies within range has been increased from 8 to 10, and reduced Storm's damage increase from Enhanced Thunder during weather control from 30% to 25%. Then for strategists, finally, we have Adam Warlock here. They are increasing the damage of Quantum Magic from 55 to 60. Additionally, the damage fall-off at 40 meters will be changed from 50% to 60, and increasing the healing amount provided by Soul Bond Link to allies from 10 per second to 15. Cloak and Dagger increased energy cost of their ultimate ability from 3400 to 4000, and a healing amount of each segment will be increased from 220 per second to 250. The duration will be reduced from 10 seconds to 8, and the pause time between segments decreases from 1 second to 0.67 seconds. Now, the healing effect from each segment will not stack. When overlapping, only one healing effect is applied. Additionally, camera controls is unlocked during the activation of Eternal Bond. And then they're also increasing the vulnerability inflicted on enemies by Terror Cape from 20% to 28%. Then for Invisible Woman, increased energy cost of her ultimate ability from 4000 to 4300. Loki increased energy cost of his ultimate ability from 3400 to 4000, and increased magical missile charges from 10 to 12. And then for Luna Snow, also increasing her ultimate ability cost from 4000 to 4500. And then finally for the team abilities, just to quickly go over these, you have Atlas Bond being changed alongside Dimensional Shortcut, Gamma Charge, Luna Force, and Symbiote Bond. You can read those if you want by pausing the video or going to the link in the description if you want to read that. And yeah, that's basically it for today's video. Those are all the major changes coming with part 2 of Season 1. If you want to read through all these patch notes yourself, because I misread something or something, you can find a link to this in the description. And then there's also some trailers and stuff out on their official YouTube channel, which I've probably been playing here in the background as well. And yeah, that's it for today. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, remember to leave a like and subscribe. But that's it from me here today, so I'll catch you all in the next one.